Good rising, brethren. This is Big Judah coming to you guys from California. Before I begin, give all praise to the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. I pray the Most High blesses this lesson this evening, gives us more knowledge and understanding of the events of the past, in order to understand events that are currently happening on the earth, so we get a much better understanding of the things that are soon to come on the earth. Brethren, I was listening to a video yesterday by Brother Big Levi, and people, some of the brethren were, and the sisters were calling in and giving some testimonies and things like that. And a couple things struck me about energy and giving our energy over to the enemy. And that is so true. How we are not to be giving our energy to the enemy. See, this is all part of that universal doctrine. All for one, one for all. We're all in this together. See, when we were going through our curses, that whole mindset did not apply. That universal mindset did not apply. See, while we were going through our curses, they were going through their blessing. But now we've come to the end of our cursing, the blessings are now coming back on the people. And the curses are now being moved to the other nations. But see, now all of a sudden, it's about that whole universal doctrine, and we're all in this together. We all need to, fight through these curses together. We all need to work to, get away from these curses. But see, the Most High is already removing the curses from us. The Most High is already beginning to bless our nation once again. And we're going to be talking about that today. We're also probably going to have a call-in show later on around 4 o'clock West Coast time, where you guys can call in and share some of the blessings that the Most High is bestowing on you. The blessings that you're seeing that are happening around you. And maybe even some of the curses that are switching to the other nations around you as well. See, it makes a lot of sense because they want our energy, and they want our energy to concentrate on the negative things that are going on, because they make it seem as if all the negative things that are going on are going to affect everyone universally. But when you go back through history, that's not the case. See, when we were going through our cursing, it did not affect everyone universally. Those curses found their way to our people. Because when the Most High sends out the blessings and the curses, he knows exactly who they're sending them to. Well, now that the curses are moving to the other nations, they want to make it seem as if it's hitting everyone universally. How everything that's happening right now is the elites, and the elites are trying to do this to everyone except for themselves. You see, the Most High, when he's the one that sends out the blessings and the curses, they attack or they attach themselves to each person individually, depending on what stage you're in. See, when you go back to Genesis 15 and 13, it talks about how we go through our slavery. But then it's a switch. And the ones who had us in slavery are then going to go into their cursing. But for all that time, they were experiencing blessings. And see, they were not worried about having those blessings that they were getting to go to everyone universally. See, universalism wasn't necessarily, and it wasn't a necessary thing at that time. See, that shows how they are. The blessings can be just for them during their time. But the curses have to go to everyone equally. But see, that's what we need to take our energy and concentrate on what the Most High is doing for his people. We're going to give praises to the Most High for the blessings that he's bringing to us. Give praises to the Most High for the positive things that are going on. Giving them praises to the Most High for the knowledge and understanding and the clarity that he's giving us. See, now you understand like the whole things with their breakdown of prophecy. See, their prophecy is, they get to have all the blessings. They get to ignore our curses. And then when it's time for them to go through their cursing, they get raptured away. So, in other words, they never have to go through any testing or any cursing. That's their heaven. That's the thing that they've made up for themselves. But and you go through, like, think about Psalms 91, and the Most High is protecting his people, and there's death and destruction all around them, but they are safe. When you go to Joel 2 and how, the whole world's being destroyed all around them, but they're being blessed. They're being taken care of. Just like we were a reproach and a byword, and everyone was looking at us and looking down on us because as they were experiencing their blessings, we were being cursed. And the world could see that. Well, the world's going to see the same thing in reverse. The world's going to see how the Gentiles and the Hebrews that have clung themselves, attached themselves to the Gentile ways are going to be going through their destruction, their cursing, while the Most High's chosen people, as well as the chosen Gentiles who the Most High has called to cleave to the Hebrews, are going to be protected, are going to be blessed. I could imagine, because, what was going on in Egypt and the land of Goshen was going on for years. So you're seeing the collapse of a society. But you're seeing all the while that society is collapsing, you're seeing the blessings of the Most High's chosen people in Goshen. That shining, city on a hill was the one that the Most High has chosen, the one that the Most High has raised up, and the city that the Most High protected and blessed. Why would that be any different here at the end? You're going to see the Most High's people being blessed. And the people around us are going to be wondering, why is that? What do they have? What do they know? I want to follow their power. See, the whole world knows, that when the Most High turns his face back to us, that people are going to see what we have. They're going to see our light. They're going to be drawn to our light. And they're trying so hard to make everyone just think about a whole prophecy and apocalypse, and everything's about a universal destruction. How the elites want to destroy or kill billions and billions of people and only leave 500 million people for themselves, on the earth. As if they have that kind of power. And see, many give their power, give their energy to those people because that's all they think about is, what are the elites going to do? What are they going to do? What are they planning? How are they going to destroy us? Because that's what we've been conditioned to believe. And to give our energy over to them. Let's give our energy to the Most High. Let's give our energy to the blessings that the Most High is bringing to his people. Let's give our blessings and thanks to the Most High for allowing us to be awakened at this time. Allowing us to be alive to see the things that we see at this time. So that the Most High can show us, all the great things that he has planned for us. So like I said, let's give our energy to our Father. We've been giving our energy to, the gods of this world for far too long. It's time for us to give our power and our energy to the Father. Think about the positives that he's doing. Think about the positive things that we are seeing happening worldwide, happening in our nation, happening in our little sphere of influence. Yes, we've been separated for a very long time. We're still being separated. It's a world of wheat and tares. It's a world of sheep and goats. I said that's what we're seeing. That's what we've been living in. But see, it's been a world just been partitioned like that: wheat and tares, sheep and goats. But all of a sudden, the church wants to say it's all universal. We're all the same. Everything is equal, and that's never been the case. It has never been the case that everything is equal. See, even today, think of it. The Vatican has our records underneath their churches. 50 plus miles of our records. And if everything is equal, why do they get to be the ones to decide who gets to see it and who doesn't? How is it that they get to decide? They're not their records. How is it that they get to decide, who is worthy to see the records and who's not? You see, so just setting up a whole system where they have absolute control. If you want to get married, you need to go to them and you got to get approval through them. How is that universal? That's pretty much like a dictatorship. They're going to take our records and then they're going to hide them. They're going to be the ones that dictate who gets to see them, who doesn't. They're going to be the ones that get to dictate which books are good, which ones are bad. Catholic Church gets to decide, who's married, who's not. If you didn't get married in this church, you're not married. If you didn't get, your sacraments or this or that through them, you didn't get baptized to the church, you're not baptized. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not a universal doctrine. It's a dictatorship disguised in a universal all-love doctrine. You see that? So like I said, it's just but that's what happens when you hear it's all a bunch of lip service. But just start thinking about history, thinking about what has happened. With Dum Diversus and the Doctrine of Discovery, those things were allowed to happen because we were going through our cursing. They weren't going through cursing, they were going through blessings. That was all part of prophecy. Prophecy started, was being fulfilled at that time. And when it was being fulfilled at that time, many were being blessed, the Most High people were being cursed. So now that we're at the end of that time, until different, Dum Diversus, well, that different is now. So now the vast majority of the world is going to be going through cursing, while the Most High's chosen people and the ones that are cleaving to them are going to be going through blessings. So let's give our attention today and our energy today and every day to the Most High, to the positive things that he's doing for his people. We're going to bring some positive stories today in the call-in show later on. Bring in some positive things that we're seeing happening around us, some positives that are happening to the Most High's people. All praise is the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who was wisdom? Who was the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahushai. Shalom.